Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. So, Paulina asked Melinda to take back her job. And at first, Melinda's like, no. And to be honest, I wouldn't just said no. I would have said, hell to the no, take your job, F you, and the horse you rode in on. That's what I would have sat there and said. Because I'm going to be honest, I never liked the way that she fired her in the first place. She didn't fire her because she was incompetent at her job. She said, hey, listen, this has nothing to do with your abilities to be DA. I just don't like you. So, you made a professional move based off of your personal feelings. Okay? Whenever you make moves based off of feelings, 9 times out of 10, you will guarantee to lose in life. Okay? And what she did was just spiteful and petty and vindictive. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. I got my little law practice, whatever. I'm building it up. Nah, we good, bro. Take your job and give it to somebody else because you know what? No, I don't even want your job anymore. I would have did that based off of just principle. But she sat there and she convinced her to take it back and just be like, hey, listen, I don't like working with EJ. Okay, he is much more difficult to deal with. So what is this a constellation prize or something? Like, are you kidding me? Um, and at first, she's kind of worried about taking a job because she feels the EJ is going to go after her. But then Paulina gives her to realize that, hey, you know what? Listen, maybe me being DA will will give me a little more protection. It won't get her more protection. Actually, to tell you the truth, the only thing that's going to wind up happening is, hey, you know what? You know what I get to sit there and do? I get to sit there and have her do all the dirty work and me just keep my hands, clean and just look pretty. Um, they do have, they do, well, Paulina does talk about her decision that she made with Chanel and, Melinda was like, listen, I can't judge you. They both have done things for their children, protecting their children, giving their children up to protect them from very bad men. So they have that in common. They laugh and they joke, and she offers to take her to dinner, right? Now Jesus Christ. Now Chanel and Johnny are at the doctor's appointment, and Johnny's talking about his film career, um, how that's going or any sort of potential prospects or anything. He actually does get a call from somebody. He's like, I got to talk it over with my wife first, see if the deal is if we can do it. Now, part of me does kind of look at that and just like, man, I'm so glad that you're rich, because in all reality, it's like if you didn't have that money, I'm pretty sure that person would be like, hey, listen, we're gonna have to know soon because we're gonna have to sit there and jump on somebody else if we can't get you to do it. They don't really talk about anything like great or even remotely interesting. But they do want to go into the bistro when they saw Paulina, and she looked at her, and then she just walked off. Now, I've been very split on my decision, how I'm viewing this whole thing because, on one hand, she has allowed her feelings as far as her having resentment towards what Paulina did, right? And she felt like Paulina jeopardized her baby, um, their future, just that whole thing, right? And she's entitled to that. And there's a point where she is talking to Johnny. She's like, you know what, listen, on some level, I can understand what she did. Well, clearly you can't, that went out the window the minute that you saw her. Because the other part of me is like, you couldn't have been having, you should be grateful that you're alive to sit there and be mad at your mom in the first place. Because Johnny might not have actually found you on time. And I know people think this, and well, Johnny was right behind her, and eventually he would have found her. Yeah, he could have found the corpse. So that could have been a possibility as well. Yeah, and the other part of me is like, you're getting a little kind of ungrateful, in a large sense as well. Now, Holly is all upset, and she calls Tate to try to make her feel better for being a god awful human being. And she tells Tate what she said, and there's a point even Tate's like, so wow. But he does then, say that he did the same thing. He did something similar to his mom. Um, Talked about some psychobabble that Marlena said. And then Leo, like a creep, is like taking pictures and staring, and is thinking about telling in his gossip column about star-crossed Romeo and Juliet lovers, but he decides not to do it. He wants to try to be a better person, so he agrees not to do it. I felt like that scene went on a little bit too long, and again, I'm like, bro, you're taking pictures of teenagers in high school kissing. Yeah, that's just even me saying that just sounds creepy and makes my skin crawl, to be honest. Um, but he wants to be a good person, which is really not going to last because when everything comes out, I wonder how is he actually going to dodge this unscathed. I wonder how is he going to dodge this unscathed. I'm very curious about that. Now, EJ sees both Nicole and Eric kissing, and then he walks away and walks back and act like he didn't see the whole damn thing. And here's the thing: what EJ is doing is wrong, right? What she's doing is wrong. And not just the kissing part, because that's, she's drunk or whatever. But even the whole dreaming about Eric, which again, it's a dream, is not within her control. But, that's one of the things I just never really liked about Nicole. From the time that I started watching it, she had that whole thing with Eric, um, allowed him to go to Africa, then got upset when he stayed too long, and then wound up being with Xander. Wasn't even going to tell Eric, right? She went after Rafe, knowing that her one friend, Ava, was going out with him, got together with him, but then, Eric is available, so what you want to decide to do? Kick Rafe to the damn curb. Now she's doing the same damn thing with EJ. So I have a huge problem with her, right? But EJ looks at it just like, listen, what I just saw was bad in a normal circumstances. I'm pissed, but I'm doing something much much worse. So really don't have room to complain. Now, when he does talk to her, he's like, hey, listen, I just want you to sit there and be able to come to me for this stuff. And he does also find out the god awful things that Holly was sitting there saying. Now, personally, she was happy, after talking to Tay, and she was happy knowing that Leo wouldn't post those photos and blow their secret. Part of me is like, but in reality, you don't deserve to sit there and walk around with a smile. You really don't. You really don't deserve to sit there and walk around with a smile. After what you said, you don't deserve. You lost that right the minute that you ripped into your own mom for acting like she, completely and utterly ruined your life. Was it taking a step too far? Yes, but nowhere near enough to warrant those words. So yeah, she doesn't deserve to smile. She doesn't deserve to be happy. She deserves to feel like crap because what she said made her a god awful human being. Um, Meanwhile, Sloan is not there waiting. Eric comes in there. Sloan says something, after, and of course, EJ says something slick to Eric as far as, well, any other man would sit there and take advantage of her, but it's nice to know that Chivalry isn't dead, right? So he goes back and he talks to Sloan, and she just looked like she's kind of at her wits' end a little bit. But then he sells her on the white picket fence, talking about, oh, we're gonna have to sit there and get a house and a dog, and maybe another child one day. And now she's back on board with the Eric Love train or whatever, right? So he leaves to go back out, take pictures by himself in the park, like mugging, like robberies and mugs. Muggings isn't a thing, but I'm like, okay, sure. And then EJ comes in, and EJ's like, I'm taking Jude and I'm raising him with Nicole. Yep, EJ's all sorts of garbage. The thing is, when she was there talking about maybe this is my penance for it's the reason why I lost, I lost Jude or whatever, I lost a baby. He just has that hint of, damn, man, I'm really messing up. I mean, it's not enough to make me stop what I'm doing, but I mean, damn, I don't have a good feeling. I think it's what these people experience. What was it called? Oh, guilt, like a conscience. Yeah, that's that's pretty much where we are with EJ at this point. I feel like that's about it. Now, I might have missed something, but I think that's the general gist of it. Now, anything I missed, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. I'll see you in the next video.